Hey guys, it's me, the host for today's video. Riley couldn't be here because he's on timeout for forgetting the Quick Bits intro on Wednesday. He was a bad boy, and now he's in bad boy jail. AMD on Thursday announced their first two Radeon RX 7000 desktop GPUs. If the GPUs look familiar, it's probably because you saw the impression they left on NVIDIA's cheeks. Oh, and my butt cheeks. Bad baby, bad baby. Or you saw our video with the leak. Both are equally likely. The cards are the world's first gaming GPUs to feature a chiplet design. And of course, that means...
Tell the people.
Little chips instead of a big monolithic chip. There's a bunch of little chips and you stick them together, infinity fabric. Hold on, they actually wrote something. It means that instead of being composed of a single massive die, the GPU consists of multiple smaller dies, some made with more advanced 5nm tech and some built on an older 6nm node for power and cost savings. Get ready for up to 1.7 times the performance of the 6950 XT according to AMD's first party numbers, which, they didn't show numbers. But you know what, that's okay, because they're gonna support DisplayPort 2.1, so you can take the $600 extra you would have spent on a 4090, no I wouldn't have, and buy a new monitor next year. When it comes to 8K gaming, though, you better believe that the 7900 XT-X will give you high refresh rates, with FSR enabled. Maybe. Speaking of questionable 8K claims, AMD also gave a sneak peek at Samsung's first 8K Ultra ride, which is, wow, so cool. Until you read that it's only 8K horizontally.
Oh, it's supposed to be both ways?
It's like skinny but long.
Oh.
Overall, the presentation seemed to have more asterisks than a creepy DM. Elon Musk, aka Sean P. Twitty Combs, stupid, ordered Twitter to cut infrastructure costs by $1 billion. The company is reportedly aiming to find $3 million per day in savings. So to help them find it, he's announced that he's cutting Twitter's workforce in half. Each person will be bifurcated at the waist.
Like King David would have wanted.
Musk has rationalized both decisions by stating that Twitter is going through a massive drop in revenue. He should talk like Trump, because some advertisers are leaving the platform because of him, which he tweeted the same day the layoffs were announced. And you'll never guess who's upset about the layoffs. Go ahead, guess. It's the 3,700 employees who are losing their jobs, Elon. Some of them started a class action lawsuit against Twitter, since California requires 60 days notice for mass layoffs. Although, to be fair, you knew he was buying this shit for a year. This isn't the first time Musk has been in this situation. Last June, Tesla was sued for the same reason after laying off 10% of its workforce, which is more than 60 people. That lawsuit was actually a win for Tesla as they pushed it out of court and into closed-door arbitration. But how bad could it be to spend time with an arbiter? It worked out for Master Chief, but those swords don't even have to touch you to hurt. An EU law has come into effect today that could eventually force Apple to allow third-party app stores and permit side-loading apps on iPhone and iPad, transforming them into the most well-crafted Android phones ever made. The Digital Markets Act is designed to make the digital sector fairer and more competitive, which is also why I think it should be able to fight Linus for his title and position.
Come for the crown.
Many have tried. The law will require companies that can be classified as gatekeepers under the law. It's up to Redditors to make the distinction, just joking. After the 6-month implementation phase, potential gatekeepers will be judged by a commission to see if they meet the criteria. Apple almost certainly will, but they will be given until March 2024 to comply with the DMA. This isn't the only new law to come into effect in the EU. They got lots of laws there. The Digital Services Act will require risk assessment of some algorithms and could force apps like TikTok to make their data available for outside scrutiny. The DSA will also fully come to fruition in mid-2024. Man, can you imagine if the government gave normal citizens these timetables? Like you started stealing and the police said, you better stop that by next year when I ask again.
Oh man, I only have time to hit like 360 more houses.
This ink will come off eventually.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Grammarly, the app that can mean the difference between spending a few minutes on emails or a few hours. When you're working remote and the stakes are high, the last thing you want is projects being delayed because of miscommunication. Grammarly Premium's advanced tone suggestions can help reframe your interactions to be positive and solutions focused, so everyone's on the same page. All you gotta do is install the desktop app, log in and start typing. Then enjoy the boost to your productivity and better work relationships. Because the right tone can move any project forward. When you write it just right with Grammarly, see what I did there? So go to grammarly.com/techlink to sign up for an account and get 20% off Grammarly Premium today.
I'd like to take a moment of silence for Wednesday's Quick Bits.
It's not my fault. Get back in your corner.
Turns out it's not just 12-volt high-power cable adapters that are melting while connected to 4090s. A Reddit post has revealed a melted native cable, bringing the number of melting 4090s up to
Carry the one.
more. So wait, is the connector design itself just bad? Is Gaben punishing mortals who dare to run a GPU as chonky as the 4090? We must make sacrifices. Riley, you're a given. TikTok has revealed that the personal data of European users can be remotely accessed by staff in 10 countries, including China. The company revealed in a blog post that the data center in Ireland it had planned for European data governance is not yet up and running. This means European data, including approximate location data, will continue to be stored on US and Singaporean servers. So, does this mean Xi Jinping will be sliding into your DMs? You think you're that lucky? He's a very busy man. Netflix with ads has launched and users are saying it's like Netflix, but with ads. For $6.99 a month, nice, you get 4 to 5 minutes of ads per hour and most of Netflix. Not the whole thing, but most. There's also no telling when the ads will play. You just come up. Some shows have no ads, some have ads at the beginning, and some have front and mid-roll ads. The ads can't be skipped, but they can be paused.
Thank God.
Just in case you gotta poo mid-ad, and it's a really good one. I was worried for a second I might have to miss the second half of the L'Oreal commercial to run for snacks. Then I'd never find out if I'm worth it. That was good. Some of your best work. How would you like to be watched and recorded in your own home by AI and not TikTok? Anyone? Well, the company Rewind AI is hoping that you would like that. They announced a software for Mac, also called Rewind AI, that keeps searchable record of anything you've seen, said, or heard, locally on your Mac. They apparently accomplished this by creating a new compression method that can squeeze around 10 gigabytes of data down to just 2.8, specifically megabytes. That's like the best pair of Spanx you've ever had. When I take this off, I'm everywhere. This sounds really cool unless the revolutionary compression method actually involves wormholing your data away to some cloud center somewhere where it will still be sold to advertisers. Or in some countries, you can save it locally and it'll still get taken. Hungry for the next game from Hideo Kojima? A leak from Shirtless Mystery Man, known as Shirtless Mystery Man, has given us our first nipple.
It says nibble.
And what a nipple it is. The leak shows what appears to be a gameplay video being played on a laptop, which is being filmed by a pair of juicy pectorals. Kojima is known for some creative marketing, so it's possible that this isn't a real leak, but whether it is or not, all I have to say is, yum yum. What? It was a satisfying nipple.
It says nibble. Read the prompt.
My nipples look like milk duds. Subscribe to They're Just Movies for the Kung Pao episode next week, baby. This is a silly episode. We guarantee satisfaction if you come back on Monday, though. Also, no promises about nipple-related content.